Do you often find yourself just floating along, unable to get motivated to do the things that you really want to do? Me too. And today I want to tell you about how one piece of paper is helping me to overcome that. So often I have such a hard time just sitting down and doing the work, whether it's writing a chapter in my next book or creating a script for a video or playtesting a game. It can sometimes feel like a monumental task to simply get started. And this is what Pressfield, the author of The War of Art, calls resistance with a capital R. He explains it like this.
Resistance with a capital R for me, if this were your keyboard here and you were going to sit down to write a novel or a screenplay or something, and you sat down the first day and it was blank, radiating off that screen like radioactive magma would be a negative force saying, let's not do this today, let's go have a drink, let's go to the beach, let's do something else. And it also would say things like, who do you think you are to tackle this project? You have no experience. Who cares about your ideas? Everything's been done before. You know, it's all of those self-sabotage things. There seems to be a force in the world that is a negative force against anything any dream that we would have.
So resistance has one sole mission, and that's to keep things as they are. And it's constantly working to stop your creative activity by any means necessary. Sometimes it causes you to rationalize things out. Sometimes it inspires fear and anxiety. Sometimes it pops up distractions that require your attention. Sometimes, and this is what I struggle with a lot, it raises up a voice of an inner critic, but it will use anything it can to stop creativity from flowing from you, no matter what field or industry or hobby you're in. And according to Pressfield, it's a person's ability to capture the resistance and overcome it that actually separates them from everyone else.
And it seems to me that overcoming resistance is far more important than talent. There are a million people who have talent, but it's a very, very few that can sit down, and take it all the way from, A to Z.
But then the question becomes, how do you overcome the resistance? Like specifically. I mean, there are a million things that we could talk about, and I could probably make a top 100 list about ways to get motivated and get things done. But today I want to tell you about the one tool I've been using recently that has helped me get motivated, stay motivated, and actually finish the things that I've been working on. And it's just a piece of paper. It's a poster called My Life in Weeks from a company called 4K Weeks. And it's based on the idea that life is finite and we don't actually have all that much time here on this planet. Statistically speaking, the lifespan in the United States is just a little over 76 years, which works out to be around 4,000 weeks. So the poster has rows of 52 squares, one for each week of the year, and then once a week you color one of the squares in, which gives you a pretty good visual representation about how much time has passed and roughly how much time you have left. And I realize it can sound a bit morbid and most people are afraid of death and so they don't like to talk about it, but I found it incredibly helpful to have the mindset of, I only have weeks to live. Now, I hope it's a lot of weeks, but the fact still remains, my time here is short, so don't waste it. One of the most motivating things in the world is a deadline. I mean, you've probably heard the old saying that nothing makes a person more productive than the last minute. But when you're working on things that don't have a deadline, and most creative projects don't, it can be super difficult to finish. When there's no one looking over your shoulder, it can be really challenging to self-regulate your time, energy, and effort, and before you know it, days, weeks, months, and even years have gone by and you have nothing to show for it. But by simply filling in a square each week, it's a constant reminder that time is running out, that I don't have time to mess around. So whether I'm working on a book or a video or a game, the time is now. There's no time to waste. And even beyond creative projects, it's a constant reminder to spend more time with my wife and kids because they're not getting any younger. I mean, I'm going to turn around one good time and all my kids are going to be out of my house and living their own lives. And my wife's probably going to be out of my house too if I don't take time and spend it with her and actually build our relationship. And every day I waste is a day that I can't get back. So if you're struggling to overcome the resistance and get things done, or if you just want a constant reminder to make the most out of each day and each week, maybe this poster can help. It's definitely helping me, and I'll put a link in the description below. And if you have a motivation strategy that's been working for you, please tell us about it in the comments. I'd love to see what's working for other people. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.